And welcome back. I'm late on this because I got home late last night, and also because, excuse me, I think I think the change of the season, change of weather is kind of giving me a bit of a congestion. Not necessarily allergies, but some breathing changes. I need to adjust my breathing a little bit. Anyway, with the previous death battle, I mean, with Hal versus Ben, I had given it. That I said that if they're using just 10-year-old Ben, then Hal's gonna win. If they're giving Ben all his abilities, Ben's gonna win. Now, obviously, I won't now. No, I'm just saying that. What I'm about to say will be a little bit of spoiler. So if you haven't watched the Death Battle yet, go watch the Death Battle. Ben still lost regardless, and initially when Death Battle did explain it, it did make sense. However, I had later in the day watched a video by someone else explaining why this didn't make sense. And when I actually heard that kind of explained out, I'm like, yeah, that does make sense of why that doesn't work in Hal's favor. Plus, here's the thing about the whole time travel thing. I'm aware they're capable of that, but it's not like they can just do that if they want to. There's got to be there's got to be a lot of, which Hal does have a lot of will, but there's got to be other extenuating forces behind it. So, I don't know. It was a great fight to watch, and while I initially did like the, either way, I was wrong on it, by the way. Well, I did initially agree with it. The more I thought of it, I'm more like, yeah, this actually doesn't add up. I do not know. Now, to be fair, the one thing I could argue for them in terms of the cutting off the hand is the fact that when we see individuals try to take the Omnitrix off or try to cut it off at Ben's wrist, they're trying to either literally take it off so the defense pulse activates, or they are trying to cut it off literally at the Omnitrix's wrist. Hal didn't do that. Hal cut all the way up here. So that one I'll actually let slide, because that wasn't a life-threatening thing to Ben. He could survive having his arm taken off. Regardless, I digress. So I'm 2.5 minutes in. I have yet to talk about the next fight. There's a reason for that. Weiss, what's her name? Weiss Schnee from Ruby versus, oh god, name, pronunciation, Mitsuru Kirijo from Persona 3, or just Persona, as I believe it's called. It's, Persona 3, it's a PlayStation game. My sister loves Ruby. She watches it. I've never played Persona, but I do not watch Ruby. I know nothing about these characters going into this. Now I have a list of abilities up, so take this for what it is. I only know them from what I'm reading right here. So this is just my bare bones opinion based on what I can read. The character of Mitsuru Kirijo is again a character from Persona. She is depicted as being very serious, mature, level-headed, but that can be perceived as arrogant. Her abilities, the Personas are basically individuals who are like individual fighters that fight on their behalf, I believe. Kind of in vein of like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure a little bit. But the character from the Empress, okay, her initial persona is Penthesilea, but later evolves into Artemisia. Abilities lie in analyzing enemy weaknesses, communications, and ice magic, and is weak to fire attacks. Got it. She also has a rapier, which is her weapon of choice. I believe it's a blood red rapier. And she would be a skilled swordsman. With Schnee, as I'm going to go with, because Weiss Schnee, is that it? With Schnee, heiress of the Shine Dust Company, raised from youth to strive to be the best at what she did, and combat as an exception. She was top ranking in the sparring class during the events of, Vital Festival. Can move quickly and is creative on the battlefield, particularly with ice dust. Okay, they both have ice abilities. Alright, that starts to make sense now. Like many huntsmen before, she has her aura unlocked, coating her with a shield powered by her soul. As long as the shield remains, she cannot be wounded, although she can still feel pain when struck. Her combat style relies heavily on ricocheting off either surrounding surfaces or her glyphs, allowing her to take control of the fight rapidly. So she's basically kind of Yoda-ish in that regard. Her main weapon of choice is Mirnaster, a multi-action dual dust rapier. The rapier has a revolving chamber inside the guard because every weapon in Ruby, as far as I know, doubles as a gun, which contains a vial of powder dust. The revolving chamber is constantly stocked with red, cyan, purple, white, yellow dust, and blue dust. Even nice full balance there. When Weiss utilizes in combat, either in raw form or in conjunction with her semblance, create various effects that suit her situation. Her semblance which is like a special ability everyone has. Excuse the plane. Which allows her, her semblance allows her to create gifts that can be used for various ways, creating slippery platforms to skate on high speed, generate mid-air platforms and manipulate her trajectory in the air, and perform limited time dilation that can speed up actions, to name a few. With mastery, she has the ability to summon avatars of those she's defeated. Oh man, she can she's got quite the and dusts. Let's not forget her dust. Frequently uses dust occasionally, which are basically like elemental, like crystal things. Manifest in such a way she does when she's shown a preference for switching types of dust out. She uses wind dust against sonic-based attacks or to create certain types of gifts. Weaknesses, though. She has limited endurance and stamina. She's showing panting exhaustion while Ruby is still fully energized. Her biggest sign of a lack of endurance, however, is her inability to take heavy hits. Out of everyone on her team, she has been knocked out the most. Despite her gift's durability, they have demonstrated to be able to be broken. She may become more familiar with her summoning ability. She may become more familiar with her ability of summoning individuals. Larger summonings like Arnma Gigas apparently take greater time and effort to manifest, as shown in a duel that kept interrupting her. So, see, this is unique because they actually detail her weaknesses, which apparently is which is a skill of Mitsuru? I'm going to say it's Mitsuru. So, the question is, who do I think would win in this fight? Because it sounds like Mitsuru has the more limited amount of abilities in comparison to Schnee, but Schnee has a lot more weaknesses that can be exploited, which is one of her key abilities, is to analyze and exploit weaknesses. Whew. And then given the personalities, being Mitsuru is more mature and level-headed, versus Weiss, who is, I believe, from when I read her personality, depicted as being a bit rebellious, though great in the battlefield, she's still rebellious, so she might take risks that she shouldn't have to. I'm gonna give it to the individual who can analyze the several weaknesses that I just read off here. I think I'm gonna go with Mitsuru. Now, I could be dead wrong on that. We'll find out on that. We'll find out when we get to the death battle in 2 weeks. But right now, I do think I'm going to go with Mitsuru. However, keep this in mind. I'm doing this coming off the basis that I know nothing apart from what I just read about the characters. Anyone watching this video right now who actually knows both these characters in depth, if you agree with me, disagree with me, please let me and let other people know, because look, I didn't know anything about these characters, so I'm just going off what I know here, what I'm reading right now. So that's who I think is going. I think it's going to go to Mitsuru from Persona 3. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It is still the week of What If, so there will be a What If as soon as I record it. I also got a couple other videos I'm going to do today. I'm going to play some catch-up on some videos that I've been meaning to get to. Until then, though, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you, later on today. And there's Aladdin tonight, so get ready, because you never had a friend like me. Bye.